Age 42 to 49 is this moment when, again, many cycles come together, but not like on the return. Here we have so many oppositions going on simultaneously. Saturn opposite Saturn for the second time. It's like a second puberty. Many people feel it like this, especially when they couldn't do the sixth house work in the previous period or the ones before. Now they feel very bitter and very lonely because it feels like it's the last chance to live. I have to catch up very urgently with life because it's escaping me. That's very dangerous age again. And also because Uranus, the great agitator, the great force of wanting change here and now, because we feel this extremely accelerated sense of urgency and agitation with Uranus, now is the peak of that. Because Uranus takes 84 years. This is the framework of the cycle of Uranus. It's never again going to be opposing itself in our lifetime. While Saturn is doing what it's doing in the best case 3 times, Uranus opposition is a unique aspect that only happens at 40, some 42, 43, and with some people with slight variation, but around that age. And it's a great turning point of whether you are able to really stand on your own 2 feet. And again, like in the puberty years, your greatest tests come through relationships. All relationships that are existing during that age are being questioned. What's the real meaning of my relationships? Am I with my partner just because I'm using them to substitute another unachieved maturity? Do we plan together for the future, and can we see each other growing together? Or is it based on projections, or did we get into this relationship on false premises in the past? These questions come to many people and they make enormous changes in their relationships at that moment. But the most important thing is not to be running away from home, metaphorically again, not to be leaving your family and partner and so on just because you haven't grown up yet, but that there is really appropriate Uranian reason, kind of coming back to your true self, being more fair to who you are and what you want to do with your life, and just giving yourself the chance at that age to begin again, as we can literally begin again at this age and start yet another cycle. Here we are in the middle of this whole thing, which gives us a chance to now, from a more mature perspective, go through similar phases, experience many things, thrive creatively, professionally and physically and so on, even though the fact is the fact that at this age is when the physiological, biological tide turns and the body is beginning its cycle of traveling in the opposite direction of slowly, kind of deteriorating and not growing. It was growing up to 42. Now it is going to have a reversal of functions. Everything that happens from now on is giving preference more to the spirit and more to the internal life, trying to make us wiser rather than more productive. And this is the most important takeaway of the whole cycle, I believe, to realize how the gears switch at some point, and gradually from this age onward we need to retract back into ourselves when it comes to physical activity, even though up to the age 60 we are still in this productive stage, and we do need to be out there and to be fighting our battles in the world. But parallel to that, we have to become more consciously thinking about the past, trying to order that past and extract meaning for ourselves, which can give us an idea of a coherent life journey. Now, 4th time of Jupiter coming back, so another opportunity to use that planet as well. But at 48, this is the end of the period. While in the beginning of the period, what is interesting is that Jupiter is opposite itself. So we have 3 different oppositions of these 3 main planets that are regulators of the lifetime. Saturn opposite Saturn Uranus opposite Uranus, but we also have Jupiter opposite Jupiter in the beginning of that period. So a lot of oppositions, a lot of moments of realization. Here we have to make the most effort in this age in order to not suffer too much from it, to see ourselves and others around us as objectively as we possibly can. And astrology can help a lot with that, because that could be a great moment to delve deeper into studying your close people, yourself, your own chart, your own past, and trying to make decisions based on a clear mind. As the mind doesn't tend to be very clear in this age if it is carrying the burden of too many disappointments and too many struggles from the previous years, especially for things related to fifth house topics, fourth house topics, early childhood deficiencies of care and of nurturing and so on and so forth. It's very easy to come to a point here at this age when we believe the world is very inimical to us, almost like the world is opposing us, everything is against us. We have to try to overcome that feeling here in order to meet this mature age that's coming, clear-headed and healthy. Because we can strain our health, our bodies, and our emotional well-being as well enormously during these years if we're not careful.